I heard once, again, Allah Shalom, bring some sources saying that the second that Yosef said Zachartani, once he said, remember me once, I'm sorry, the second that he said, remember me the second time, he realized he made a mistake, and he prayed to HaKadosh Baruch Hu to make the guy forget him. And that's why it says in the very next few words that the butler forgot to remember. Forgot to remember. Well, obviously, if you forgot, you don't remember. He forgot to remember Yosef. Meaning, he forgot because he's an arrogant fool, but also because of Yosef HaTzadik. Yosef HaTzadik prayed for him. He said, I don't want salvation from him. I don't want any salvation. I'll suffer here for another 2 years. Let it be so. At least I don't get any salvation from people. Just let me get it from Hashem. Now, this, Rabotai, has everything to do with our day-to-day life. Because what ends up happening is that when a person understands where the line is that they should not cross, where the effort is that they should do, where the effort is where it's too much, too little, then they know pretty much, they have like a trick to beat the game, in so many words, to know exactly what their effort should be. Up to here, that's enough. He sees he has a certain amount of problems. Okay, what do I have problems with? I have this, and this. Okay, so how do I know what to do and what not to do? How do I know what's obligated and what's not obligated? Simple rule. If the only way for you, for this naturally to be fixed is by you attending to it, go ahead and do it. Meaning, your phone bill is not going to be paid by itself. It's not going to be paid by itself. If the only way for you to fix this issue that the phone company shut your phone is by you calling the phone company or by going in the computer or whatever the case may be, then go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. But if there's another way to do it and it doesn't require your call, then you've done enough. You've done enough. Another example, perhaps maybe a little bit better. You're looking to make a living. You have 9 to 5 schedule. You need to make, I don't know, X amount of money per year. Now you have 9 to 5 schedule. Your 9 to 5 schedule allows you to work, exert your effort as needed, to learn the Torah that you need to learn. You work 8 hours, you learn Torah a few hours, you're with your family for a little bit, you get some rest. Now you will see, okay, wait a minute, I have expenses coming up, to marry off my kids, to house, this, that, the other thing, you have more expenses. Now, if your 9 to 5 job is what you have in your hands, that's where you make your money, that's all you're required to do. You don't need to get a second job and a third job and a fourth job and a deal on the side and maybe open an Amazon store. Maybe I'll sell some stuff on eBay. Maybe some of the kids that got married, I could sell them, or maybe sell them, maybe nobody's going to notice. You don't need to do any of that stuff. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to give you more money, He'll give it to you from that vessel that He gave you. You trying to open different things, do extra things, that's going to eat up into your Torah time. That's going to eat up into your family time. That's going to make something else get hurt. You're already spending enough time working. Any more is not good. It's too much effort. And that's why you see many times people exert a lot of effort and end up with the same pie anyway. That's what a person came to the Chafetz Chaim one time. And told him, listen, I have a barrel, and I have a winery, and I want to open maybe another location. What does the Rav think? Chafetz Chaim started, smile. He says, for what purpose? He goes, no, for the Rav, make more money. He says, well, maybe you'll understand from this answer. It's like having, since you're in the wine business, like having a barrel, and one guy had the thing connected to it, and people would come and buy cups. They'd buy cups. Somebody come, I want a cup of wine. He gave him a little cup, $2. Okay, bye-bye. So the guy said one day, listen, I want to make more money. So what did he do? He connected another one from the other side. So the guy that came to the Chafetz Chaim says, what an idiot this guy is. What is he doing? It's the same barrel. Chafetz Chaim says, your ears should listen to your mouth. Your ears should listen to your mouth. It's the same barrel. You have one business, you have one winery, you have one wood shop, you have one job that's 9 to 5, you have whatever you have the vessel that allows Hashem to give you your Parnassa in a natural way. That's it. You trying a second job and a third job and maybe a lotto ticket and maybe an Amazon store and maybe I'll do an eBay too, maybe I'll sell my foot, maybe I'll sell some sneakers that I don't, all that other stuff, that's extra. If you can still do that within the same 9 hours or 8 hours that you're working, and it's not going to hurt your Torah time, it's not going to hurt your family time, it's not going to hurt anything else, you can still do it within that same span of time without affecting anything else, without increasing the anxiety, without doing anything, no problem. But the second it starts affecting your Torah, the second it starts affecting your other obligations, you're crossing the line. Why? You're expecting a Kadosh Baruch Hu to give you more wine from the same barrel. If he wants to give you more wine, he'll just give it to you from that barrel. Well, it's difficult for Hashem to give you more wine from the same barrel. It's difficult for Hashem to just increase the price of wine. It's difficult for Hashem to just decide to do something. There's actually a Gemara. There's a Gemara about it. Ravuna was a Kodesh Kodeshim, a big Kiruv rabbi at the time of the Gemara. One day he comes to the Bet Midrash, he tells people, oh, what happened to me is all the wine that I had turned to vinegar. So the Chachamim were his friends. What did friends do? They rebuked him. Said, you did something wrong. That's why it happened to you. You did, and they told him, this is what you have to do. Ravuna says, okay, chatati aviti, I'm do tshuva. I do tshuva, you're right. If I did that, I'm sorry. Chatati, I made a mistake. Kadosh Baruch Hu is right. The Gemara says, by the time he finished the sentence, by the time, it's the same, literally live, he ended up making a fortune from this vinegar. This wine turned to vinegar is simply destroyed. The price of wine, I don't know, $100 a bottle or something, turns to vinegar for $5.99. It's obviously a big loss. Gemara says he ended up making a fortune out of it. One opinion says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu miraculously turned the vinegar back to wine, which is like Maaseh Bereshit. It's like creating something from nothing. To convert vinegar back to wine, that's like creating it from nothing. And some say, no, he didn't do that. Hashem did something natural. What did he do? He simply made the price of vinegar skyrocket for a certain amount of time, enough time for Ravuna to make a fortune. Enough time for Rabuna to make a fortune. This is actually what I always tell people. They ask me, should I go in a stock market? I want to make some extra money. I have some money saved up. I should go. Do you know anything about the stock market? Is this what you do for a living? No. I sell shoes. I sell cars. I fix mufflers. So what do you know about the stock? What are you going to do in the stock market? If you want to park your money for the next 5 years, no problem. Take the money there and stop looking at it. But what? You want to go trade in between jobs, in between breaks? Don't do it. Why? Number one, you're going to lose your money. Number two, you're going to lose your money. Number three, you're going to lose your money. Number four, you're not going to learn Torah anymore. Why? It's a consuming thing. To think that doing investments in the stock market is just something you could do on the side shows how you are exactly the person that should not be in the market. But no one really ever wants to listen. They want to ask me for advice, but they don't actually want to listen. And what ends up happening is they start debating me, which is a complete waste of time. For my time. For them, they may have a good time debating me, but for me, it's a complete waste of time. It's actually aggravating. Why'd you ask my advice if you're not going to listen? And I decide to go invest in the market. And this is why I told somebody just the other day, the amount of people that are going to lose money in the next market crash is going to supersede anything we've ever seen before. Because right now, there's more stupid money in the stock market than any other time in history. It's literally like the tulip bubble of the 1600s. But that will leave for a different shiur. The point being is, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to give you money, he doesn't need you to open a stock account. He doesn't need you to open another investment. He doesn't need you to do all that stuff. You can do it so long as it doesn't interfere with your responsibilities. You take a bit of money, you put it in the market and leave it. You bought one company, 2 companies, 5 companies, whatever you bought, and you pretty much close your eyes. You're not going to look at it for another year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. No problem. It's perfectly fine. You made your Hishtadlut for HaKadosh Baruch Hu to increase your assets over time in a natural way. But for you to go back and forth, trading this, that, the other thing, you think that's going to work? You have very serious problems. not only you have problems because you think that you'll have yeshuva dad, you'll have clarity when you learn Torah, which is not possible when you're constantly thinking about the ticker of the stock market, but on top of it, you're using too much effort. And this is forbidden. This is forbidden. This is no different than the yeshivot and the kollels and the bet knesset and the so-called Jewish organizations that accept money from unethical or forbidden places altogether, just for the sake of doing something good. No, if I do it, I'm going to give masel.